The favor of Allah is immense and beyond measure. The alternation of day and night, we all human beings grow and flourish under His gratitude. As Allah Rabbul Izzah says, وَإِن تَعُدُّوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ لَا تُحْصُوهَا. There is no any supercomputer or any machine to count the favor of Allah. Assalamu alaikum and a very good evening to all of you. The favor of Allah is immense and beyond measure. Allah has bestowed upon us countless blessings such as life, health, the ability to see, hear, speak, safety, shelter, wealth, provision, the beauty and diversity of nature, the alternation of day and night. He is continuously supplying and feeding you with oxygen. He's smoothly running all your body system such as digestive system, blood circulation system or excretory system. He is the provider of everything that you need. And He bless countless things each and every day. We all human beings grow and flourish under His gratitude. Allah Rabbul Izzah has mentioned about His blessings that if you try to count them, you can't. As Allah Rabbul Izzah says, وَإِن تَعُدُّوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ لَا تُحْصُوهَا. There is no any supercomputer or any machine to count the favor of Allah. Allah mentioned about the marvelous of His power and wisdom that if all the trees are turned into pen and all the oceans are turned into ink to write the praise of Allah, wisdom of Allah, power of Allah, the oceans would be exhausted, the tree would be finished, but the power and praises of Allah would never ever end. As Allah Rabbul Izzah says, وَلَوْ أَنَّمَا فِي الْأَرْضِ مِنْ شَجَرَةٍ أَقْلَامٍ وَالْبَحْرُ يَمُدُّهُ مِنْ بَعْدِهِ سَبْعَةُ أَبْهُرٍ مَا نَفِذَتْ كَلِمَاتُ اللَّهِ. It's highly impossible to count the blessings of Allah. Allah has bestowed upon us million trillions of blessings, but there are two fundamental basic blessings. If they are valued or honored, other blessings or wisdom of Allah will flow and continue. If they are disvalued or dishonored or disrespected, other blessings may stop. The favor of Allah in this world is not just for enjoyment. It is a test, responsibility, trust by Allah Rabbul Izzah. Allah will question about His favor not only to the scholars or those who utter in religious. Allah will not only ask about His deen, but Allah will ask about the worldly lives. So we should be serious and ready for the answer of this question. But today I am going to talk about a greatest precious favor of Allah. Without it there is no life. Nobody can survive without that, nor animal, plant or human beings. As Allah Rabbul Izzah says, وَجَعَلْنَا مِنَ الْمَاءِ كُلَّ شَيْءٍ حَيٍّ. We made every living thing through water. In one more place Allah Rabbul Izzah says, وَاللَّهُ خَلَقَ كُلَّ دَابَّةٍ مِّن مَاءٍ. Allah has created every animal through water. In one more place Allah Rabbul Izzah says, وَاللَّهُ أَنزَلَ مِنَ السَّمَاءِ مَاءً فَأَحْيَا بِهِ الْأَرْضَ بَعْدَ مَوْتِهَا. From this miraculous ayah, we came to know that the living things are living due to the water. Recently in 19th century, there is a famous German physiologist called Karl von Watt, who was the first among us to study about the water and metabolism of the water, of the body. In 20th century, the development of more advanced technologies and the advent of imaging technologies like MRI are allowed to study more about water. From that we got the ratio that a human being contains 60 to 80% of water, or an animal contains 60 to 90% of water. Just imagine the miraculous of ayah. Allah has revealed this ayah 1400 years ago, but now it has been experimental proved. My dearest friends and brother, now I want to raise a question. Have you ever wondered where the water you use comes from? Yes, a normal person might only think that he gets the water from a river or a well or a lake. However, a very few person contemplate the immense force of the universe and the complete power of Allah that has been employed for your service, and an incredible system to quench your thirst. First of all, Allah has stored a vast reservoirs of water in the form of ocean, and it kept it salty. To preserve it from decaying, spoiling, He kept it salty and consistently it's in motion, so much so that its wave become the symbol and restlessness. Despite thousands of animals are dying daily in the oceans, but just look at the wisdom of Allah, the water never ever spoils. Yet, beyond this, you are not able to benefit it directly from the water because it was too bitter to drink, or it was impossible to benefit from the water those who were far from the sea. So Allah has designed a miraculous system that He raised up the monsoons from the oceans, as Allah Rabbul Izzah says, وَأَرْسَلَّ الرِّيَاحَ لَوَاقِهَا, and installed a self-operating plant that continuously sweetens the salty sea water without any human effort or financial cost. On the other hand, by turning these monsoons into cloud, He has provided you a free air cargo service through which this liquid water flows in air and travel hundreds, even thousands of miles throughout the world and brings you sweetened sea water. It was neither feasible for human beings to bear consistently 6 months or a year of water to store at a time. Therefore, Allah's miraculous that Allah has stored this water in the form of ice throughout the mountains by forming a natural cold storage. This natural cold storage is located on the peaks of mountain, offers a stunning views, but its primary function is to quench your thirst. As Allah Rabbul Izzah says, أَفَرَأَيْتُمُ الْمَاءَ الَّذِي تَشْرَبُونَ, have you considered the water you drink? أَأَنْتُمْ أَنزَلْتُمُوهُ مِنَ الْمُزْنِ, was you who had brought it down from the clouds? أَمْ نَحْنُ الْمُنزِلِينَ, or we are who had brought it watered down. Then Allah Rabbul haven't given the humans a burden with the task of going to their icy regions and fulfill their needs. But Allah has provided sun's heat to melt the ice water from the mountains and create rivers and streaming, and He had supplied you the water. I conclude my speech by thanking you all. Have a great day.